welcome back to my channel. If you are near here, if you are near here, or if you are new here, thanks for thanks for stopping by. Make sure that if you like this video that you hit that subscribe button before you leave. And if you aren't new here, thanks for coming back. Today I will be doing a tutorial on this look right here, obviously. So this tutorial wasn't meant to be palette specific, but it ended up being palette specific because I only ended up using one palette in this tutorial, and that is the Morphe Dare to Create palette, this huge freaking palette right here. I really love this palette, so all the shades on my eyes are from this palette. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this intro, so let's just get right into it. It is early in the morning, but I needed to film, so here we are. Okay, so I've kind of already figured out what I want to do. Just a little bit of the Geoxor lip sugar scrub, and of course my milk makeup cooling water to kind of help refresh and depuff. I had a comment that somebody was wanting to see more like teals and blues and greens, I think is what they said, so that's kind of what inspired me to do this look today. And I had another comment from, her name is Red, so Red, if you're watching, hello. She wants me to do like some superhero inspired makeup, and I totally want to do it. Like, I love that idea. I just am waiting for the right time. Like, I don't know if I want to wait to do it like closer to Halloween. I'm just taking a little bit of Too Faced Hangover RX primer. My actual idea is that I want to kind of make it a series, so I want to be able to kind of film ahead of time and like have the whole series filmed and then start releasing the videos. So that's gonna take a while for me to do, but that's my plan. So I want you to know that I'm hearing your requests, but some requests are requests that I can get out like immediately, and then some requests are things that are going to be a little bit more elaborate and take time. But I want to let you know that I'm hearing all of you. I also had a request to do a tutorial with all drugstore makeup, which I plan to do. I have already started incorporating more drugstore makeup into my wear tests and stuff like that, but I have not done a full-on like drugstore tutorial. I've incorporated more drugstore products into my tutorials. But yeah, I am gathering products because I want to do like new products. I have a lot of old drugstore products, but I'm gathering a bunch of new products so that I can bring something fresh in the drugstore realm. So that's coming too, but that one is also something that will take a little bit of time. I almost have everything that I need, so I'm getting there. I'm gonna use the Smashbox Studio Skin Foundation. Mine is in the shade 1.0. Just do a few pumps of that guy. Okay, now I'm gonna go fill my brows in and do one eye off camera, and I will be right back and show you guys how to do the other eye. Alright guys, here is our look. So obviously you could do it less colorful if, you know, if you wanted to skip like the bright green and like orangey color that I have going on in here. You could just do the navy on the lid with the pop of like lighter blue on the inner corner. Of course, always customize it to your preferences, but I love color, so here we are. So taking my Morphe M513 brush, like always, I'm going into the shade Define Me from my Morphe Dare to Create palette, and I'm just gonna start by popping that on the inner portion of the crease. My cat is crying at the door. I want to let her in so bad because I love her so much, but I just can't. You just can't. So now going into the shade Fickle from the Dare to Create palette, and just using that same brush, I'm going to pop that on the outer portion of my crease. And then also bringing that a little bit down onto the lash line so that whenever the blue hits here, it still fades out into the green. But I'm not bringing a ton onto the lash line. I just want a little wash of green there. And then I'm just taking my Sephora tapered crease brush and I'm just going to run over the edge of that to soften that blend a little bit more. Now I'm just going to go into the shade Indigo right here, and I'm going to use my Coastal Scents BRB SO2 brush. be careful with this shadow. I definitely recommend not doing your foundation beforehand because this shadow has a lot of fallout. I'm gonna try to be really, really careful. And we're all done. Just kidding. I'm focusing the majority of that pigment right on the lid here. And then as I get towards the crease, I just kind of tap my brush over those other shadows, like the green and the orange here, to kind of start to blend it. But that way I'm not putting like full pigment on top of those shadows. Just kind of very lightly just tapping my brush to start that blend. Make sure that you bring it all the way to the inner corner here. And then I'm going to use my Delium Tools 776 brush to blend the blue into the orange. Just doing little tiny swirling motions and even picking up a little bit of that orange again and blending it in. And these shades are they contrast a lot, like the orange and the blue are more complementary colors, and so they're not going to blend perfectly into each other. You just want them to not look like a solid line in between the blue and the orange. However, the green is more in the same color family as the blue, so that one we can get a little bit of a softer blend in. So I controlled my fallout quite a bit better that time. So I'm just taking a little bit of my Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear Concealer. I'll scoot up a little bit here. And this is in the shade 110. I'm just gonna put that on my under eyes. I like to take a little bit of that on my pinky, just to kind of brighten up the inner portion here again, since we're gonna pop that bright blue on the inner corner. Kind of preps it for that. So I use that concealer as kind of like a corrector. Now I'm gonna go in with my Kevyn Aucoin, the Supernatural, I always get this name wrong, Supernatural concealer. Mine is in the shade EC01. Just doing a little bit of that, and this is just gonna help to add a little bit of brightness. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna go ahead and take that down the center of my nose, my Cupid's bow, and my chin. Now taking my Real Techniques contour brush and my Laura Mercier powder here, I'm just gonna take that and press that into my under eyes, but first I'm gonna make sure there's no creases. Pressing that onto my nose area. Now, since we're doing such a dark color underneath the eyes, I'm just taking a smidge, just like a tiny little bit of that eye primer, and I'm gonna press that onto my under eyes. Now going back into that Define Me shade from the Morphe Dare to Create palette, and this is my Delium Tools 776 brush. I'm gonna use that as our transition shade. Then using that Coastal Scents brush again in that same indigo shade, I'm just gonna press that onto my little lash line. Really making sure to work that into the lash line so that there's no gaps in between the lashes. Then I'm gonna go back to that Delium Tools brush and I'm just gonna buff out the edges there. Now I'm taking my NARS, this is the Velvet Lip Liner in the shade Nahiwatu or Nihiwatu, and I'm just gonna pop that on my waterline. Now I'm taking my Morphe M562 brush and I'm gonna go into the shade Taylor right here. Now I'm just gonna apply my Dior Show Pump and Volume Mascara. Now using my House of Lashes lash glue, I'm gonna apply my Velour Fluff and Cool lashes, because they're fluff and cool. Now I'm just gonna take a little bit of my Kat Von D, the Trooper Tattoo Liner, and I'm just gonna run that over the lash band. Okay, so that is it for the eye look. I'm gonna go off camera to do my hair and the rest of my face, and I'll be right back. Alright, you guys, so this is the finished look. Alright, you guys, so that pretty much wraps it up for this tutorial. Oh, by the way, on my lips, I am wearing the Stila Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick in the shade Patina, and then I just popped a little bit of the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Apple Strudel right on top to give it a little bit of like a peachy, glossy look. I hope that you enjoyed this look. Please keep leaving requests and comments, requests especially because I love kind of catering my videos to your requests. I think it's super fun and kind of putting my own twist on it. So let me know if you like what I've been doing or if you think I should try something different just overall in my videos. You know, any ideas or suggestions you may have, I love hearing them. So leave them down in the comments below and I will talk to you guys in there. And then I will see you all in Wednesday's wear test. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.